Good morning, everybody. It's Chris. It's Team Dewifed Fishing. Out here at the spot. Haven't been out here in about, I'm going to say 2 weeks. So wanted to get out here and give this a whirl. Guys, we are at the end of the fishing season here in northern Indiana. For me especially, I know the fish may still bite, but the 15-day forecast, which takes us now obviously into the first week of November, highs only in the 50s, maybe cracking low 60, overnight lows in the 30s. Water's gonna get cold really fast, and yeah, the fish may still be biting, but I don't particularly want to come out and freeze when I'm trying to fish. So out here at the spot, gonna go ahead and throw the Z-Man chatterbait with the Kitech trailer because it's what pulls the fish. Maybe not having been out here in a couple weeks, the fish will be biting. Give it a whirl. It is cold. It's only about 48 degrees right now, so I don't know how good this is gonna be, but wanted to get out here this morning and give it a whirl, so we'll see what we can do. And I see already looking down to the corner of the pond that somebody has pulled the kiddie pool out of the water again, so I'll be putting that back in the water because that provides excellent cover to fish down in that corner. So haven't been out here because, as you guys have seen in my recent videos, we've been fishing in quite a few other places that we've come across and gotten permission to fish. Had some good luck, as you guys have seen in those videos, but I just felt like coming out here this morning because we haven't been out here, and like I said, it's probably, I'd have to look at some old video, probably been 2 weeks, so wanted to get out here and give it a whirl. Looks like the guys are done with the excavating work that they were doing with the bulldozer and the backhoe. They've got grass seed now down, grass seed mat down around the ring of the pond where they reinforced it, and they made a little island in that outer pond, and they've seeded that as well. So I don't know what the purpose of that is because it's never gonna be full of water again, but shore is swampy today. I'm guessing that part over there washed out. Looks like the water is back down to where it's supposed to be. They've been putting a little bit of dirt over there in the one washout, which has made this pond kind of higher. But this morning I can see that it's back down to the lower level because I'm walking in swamp right now, so trying not to get my feet wet because as cold as it is out here, wet feet are the last thing that I want. So I've got this Z-Man chatterbait in my pocket. I've got I think I brought the jig. Yeah, jig in it. No, I just brought the lizard. I've got a lizard that I can Texas rig and throw that because I was watching some of my old videos, and I watched one where I said I was fishing the lizard out here, and I was shocked at how good the bite was with that lizard. So if I don't get too cold and if I don't catch anything on this, I may switch out to that lizard and give that a whirl. But with these overnight lows, I don't know where the fish will be or if the fish will even be biting, so we'll see. That frustrates me that somebody would take that kiddie pool out of the water, but then just leave it lay there on the shore. If you're that dead set on it not being in the water and you're gonna pull it out of the water, then take it and throw it away. Don't pull it out and leave it lay there where it looks even worse than it did in the water. It's not hurting anything in the water. It's been in there for all the years that we've been coming out here, and it has provided cover to big bass. We've caught some big bass off of that thing. So whoever did that just needs to leave it alone if they're not gonna take it and throw it away. I have no idea where the fish might be held up on a morning like this. The wind is pushing this way, but again, the cold weather is the X factor that I have no clue how that's gonna impact the fish. That's frustrating. Just leave the pool alone. The pool's not hurting anything. I set that up really well. You've got that outer ring where little fish can get inside of it and take shelter. You've got those big pieces hanging out over where big fish can sit on the outside of that thing and wait for things to swim by. So let that settle in and hopefully some fish will use it. Yeah, I mean, if you're hell-bent on taking it out of the pond like somebody has done twice now, take it with you. Get rid of it. Taking it out and leaving it lay on the bank is worse than having it in the water. At least in the water, it's providing cover to fish. Out of the pond, it's just looking ugly. And like I said, we've been fishing here for years. This is my first year with the GoPro and doing this, but we've been fishing here for 5+ years, and that thing has been in here since the beginning of that time. So if it was that bad, somebody associated with the neighborhood association or something would have removed it. It's not hurting anything. Yeah, I have no idea if any fish will be up shallow or if they're all going to be deep already. I have no idea. Oh, there's one. Oh, guys, this is a nice fish. Oh, yeah. Beautiful fish. So there we go. Top of the mouth. It's a nice little fish. Let's go ahead and get a weight on this one. I'm guessing right around 2 pounds. This time of the year, though, every fish is a victory. Scale is 0, as you guys can see. £1 pound, 15 ounces. So he is breakfast this morning shy of being 2 pounds. He needs to go eat something so he can get over 2 pounds. So I'll go ahead and put this beautiful fish back. Thanks for biting. So he was on a parallel, not out deep. That water's probably 3 or 4 feet deep there. I've caught a lot of fish on that same cast that I threw to catch him. This corner drops off fairly quickly and is fairly deep. So if I was going to catch fish on a parallel cast this morning in this place, that cast right there doesn't surprise me, because that spot is a deep spot pretty quick. Oh, huge miss. There it is. That fish, the swirl when that fish took the first crack at it was enormous. And so I slowed down my retrieve, guys, to give this fish a chance to catch it. And look what that just produced. This is an absolute donkey. Look at that fish. Pow! That fish is huge. Look. So let's get the scale out on this bad boy for sure. When that fish took its first run at it, the swirl it made caught my attention. Scale is 0, and I slowed down my retrieve, and thank goodness he came back at it. 4 pounds, 6 ounces. That is completely awesome. Four pounds, 6 ounces, and just look at the length on that fish. That's an old fish too. You can tell by his gnarly tail. He's got one eye that's failing him, but man, what a catch on a cold morning like this. So let's go ahead and get this beautiful fish back in the water as quick as we can here. There it goes. That is exactly why I love fishing this pond, guys. That is exactly why. Wow, what a fish. £4, 6 ounces. If you guys don't have this Z-Man chatterbait and you guys aren't using the Kitech swim body trailer, you've got to get this combo. As you guys have seen in all of our recent videos, this chatterbait right here, it's got the yellow and gray on the head, and it's got yellow, gray, and almost olive green in the skirt, which I've lost so much of this skirt from fish. And then when you put this Kitech body on there, as you guys have seen, this is just a bass slaying lure. So I'm gonna go right back through there. I doubt with a fish that big that there's gonna be anything else in here, because I would be scared of him if I was in this area and I was another fish. Man, that was awesome. That fish was held up shallow too. I can't wait to watch that video back. But yeah, I saw the enormous swirl, and so I slowed my retrieve to give it a chance to regroup and come back at it, and boy did it ever. I'll have to get a thermometer so I can monitor water temperature over these next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and see when the water temperature starts to really fall off. That fish that I just pulled out was fairly warm, so. £4, 6 ounces. If you would have told me as I was walking out the door to head over here that I was gonna catch a 4-pound 6 ouncer on a morning like this, I would have told you you were crazy. So I'm definitely gonna work as parallel as I can get here as I head to this shore to my left. But big fish like to work this bank here. I'll also get to see if I was right about that washout. Yep. So it looks like they've given up on damming it up, and it's dug out now to where this pond can freely drain into the lower pond. And as you guys can see, there's an active flow going from this pond to that pond right now. So that's why, like I said, this pond is down a couple feet, because they've given up on damming it, or they weren't supposed to begin with, and they were just doing that for fun. I don't know. But at any rate, this pond will no longer gain water. And with that being the case, this corner is back to being fairly shallow. So I'm not even gonna, I'll throw one cast straight out here, and then I'm gonna move around. Because this corner, when it's not dammed, this corner is shallow. All right, moving across. Looks like a dead bass in the water up here. That's a terrible cast. There we go. Typically across the end of this black pipe ahead of me has been a spot that's held fish. There's a good cast. It's gonna go right across it. There went a ripple after it. There's, oh. That fish came out of the pipe, took a swipe at it, but either didn't get it or changed its mind. That fish was in the pipe. Judging by that ripple, that wasn't a very big fish. Certainly not the swirl like my 4-pound 6-ouncer. And this is about a 2-pound bass right here in front of me, dead on the ground. So this bank drops off quickly to deep water. So I can foresee potentially catching some fish along this bank as I turn back towards the starting point. I'm about halfway around right now. Of everything I've thrown this year, far and away, this chatterbait, another huge swirl behind it. That was a big fish that came up out of cover and was checking it out. Let's see if I can slow roll it through there and get the bite. So that was probably a 2 or 3 pound fish. Yeah, so I definitely need to do some long parallel casts. So where was that fish held up at? Yeah, right there's a deep, you guys probably can't see it with the glare, but right here, right out here, there's a deep fan out where that fish was sitting. So it looks like I need to make sure I buzz these right up on the bank for these fish that might be in cover. Oh, there it is. This probably isn't a big fish, but exactly what I was just talking about, guys, about buzzing them in close for these fish. Ooh, he's shaking. For these fish that are in cover. Guys, I take it back. This is another monster. Oh, guys, do you see this fish? Look at this. Let me make sure I frame this. Guys, look at the size of this fish. That is another absolute monster. Get the scale out. This is going to be another 4+ pounder. I'd be shocked if it was anything less than 4. All right, scale is zeroed. Four pounds, 14 ounces, guys. 4 pounds, 14 ounces. Just another crazy bite. Look at that. Look at the girth on this fish, guys. Look at that. Another amazing, healthy fish. And yet again, another perfect example of why I love fishing this pond. Right. Let's get a good release on this fish. There it goes. Thank you for biting. Text my brother about that one. 4 pounds, 6 ounces, 4 pounds, 14 ounces. And briefly, guys, that fish tipped the scale at 5 pounds, and then it backed down as he settled down and had a chance to let the scale do its thing. But exactly what I said, guys. I said, I need to throw parallel for these fish that are up in cover. And I landed that cast about as close to shore as you can without it, you know, winding up in the weeds, and that fish grabbed it pretty much immediately. So sometimes it almost seems like I know what I'm talking about, huh? All right, I'm gonna go right back down in there. But again, with a fish that big having been held up in that area, I can't imagine anything else being in this area. He would have run everything else off. So there went a big swirl. That was about where that fish, where I pulled that fish out of. So how could there have been something else in there? Oh. All right. So not a 4-pounder, but man, was that fish aggressive. But that's what that swirl was that I just said, oh, a swirl. Guarantee it, that was that fish. So 2 small fish, and obviously the 2 jumbos. I'll take a morning like this anytime. I'm gonna go ahead and parallel my way down to this corner, fish that corner, including the pool that I threw in at the beginning. See if anything has moved up in there since I put it in. And after I'm done with this corner, I am gonna go ahead and call it and head home. Oh, there's one. Nothing big. Yeah, that's gonna be a solid 2-pounder probably. Yeah. Won't weigh it after the monsters that I've caught this morning. Fish like this I'd normally throw on the scale, but that's probably right at a 2-pounder. Nice belly on it. Just dragged it past the pool, nothing. I'm not surprised that there's nothing using it that quickly. It won't take long though. All right, couple last casts here across this corner, and then I'm out of here. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I sure had a lot of fun. Anytime you can catch 2 4+ pounders in an hour's worth of fishing, I'll take that all day long. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the videos, if you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we post new videos. Don't know how much longer we'll be able to get out, but any chance I get, I'm gonna be out. And so until next time, it's Chris, it's Team Dewifed Fishing. Hope you guys have a great day.